you're here, you need to comment in the chat. If you're here and you have something to say, you need to comment in the chat. I'm trying to get the Discord going. If you're here, you need to comment in the chat. I'm trying to get the Discord up before I can figure that out. You have to comment in the chat. I've got shit tons of work to do, but you will not stop. So if you're here, you need to comment in the chat. I'm working on the Discord, and until I can get the Discord working, I can't give you voice floor. But I'm here for no other reason right now while I'm working than for you to address your claim. That's the only reason for this live stream. It's not a prayer. It's not Nintendo content. It's not even a vlog. This is you address your claim. Glenda, are you still on X? Do you still use X? I didn't think so. Do you use Blue Sky? What social is an alternative to either of them? Are there socials that you even have time to use or no? I thought you had an X, but it wasn't X then. I'm working. I'm trying to do computer work, and I hate the computer. Yeah, that's funny because I like YouTube still. I don't like the decisions that they make when it comes to the things that they do. I don't even know what the hell the monetization policy is anymore. I really don't, because they won't give me any of the money that they owed me. And they won't even open the opportunity for me to do it until I meet all of their standards, which I never will. But commercials just pop up randomly, and nobody can seem to get rid of them without using illegal, well, I don't know if it's illegal, but having the ad blocks and all that other stuff. I think you told me you don't use Apple software, but hi, Turtle Team. I'm looking for one person specifically, and I don't know if he has the integrity to address his claim, which I tried to make the thumbnail, but this man has repeatedly accused me of a very serious crime. Very serious. And for whatever reason, even though there's hundreds of thousands of people that hate this man. Hundreds of thousands of people that hate this man all around the world. He's supposedly in charge of this company, but which honestly, I think he just bought it. But I think he leaves the management of all of his companies to many, many other people. But if they cannot fix the fact that crimes, like, you cannot criminally accuse someone publicly. I read every rule in their platform, but I'm also getting well versed in the law. Yeah, Elon Musk. He owns X. He renamed X. But I don't think he has enough control over the management of, I'm sure he could probably just instantly get access and click something, but whoever is in charge of the investigation of reports, they need some serious fixing. Whoever is in charge of the repeated porn bots or pictures of the back of somebody's head, whoever's in charge of that is doing a piss poor job. And if we're going to use all kinds of AI to investigate things, go back to a company that you're trying to save, you're trying to help, and fix it. Because your AI software is allowing some of the most despicable things to continue to happen. I get it. There's terafloppity bibbity boo bops uploaded every second. So it's a lot to undertake. But isn't that why we have computers? Isn't that what the mega processing power is supposed to be doing? Isn't that why we have this? We make these things so that you can handle this. If you still are unable to fix this problem, it wouldn't let me block them. Oh, that's interesting. See, now what's sad is there was a time when I would live stream and I could post the chat later. Now I don't know how to do it. I am so interested in if this dude has the balls to show up here. I have so much work to do, Glenda. I have so much work to do. I've got a really good jump on it this morning, but I am so ridiculously angry that even when you block, even when you report, even when you mute, like all I have to do is be like, but this can still continue? Like this, how is he still able to see my stuff? Like there's still no way that he can jump in on anybody's thing, post my fucking picture, and accuse me of a heinous crime. How is that still able to happen? Like what other tool do I have? If I've reported it and I'm like gone to the website, like there's no human being that you can contact. What other means do I have? I mean, social media is the bane of most people's existence. And I have no problem admitting that I'm still too addicted to my phone. But I don't know how else, other than YouTube, like you said, Glenn. I have no idea how else to get any information. I don't trust X. I don't trust YouTube. I absolutely don't trust a godforsaken thing that comes on the television. I don't know what alternative we have other than me to walk outside with my friggin' camera on and just point it at the world all 24 hours of the day. I'm so angry. And I think that the world is angry, okay? They want to direct their anger at this one and that one and whatever. Like, okay, if you direct your anger at an individual, what I just want to know is I know the law. And I'm investigating more and more of the law. And I'm like, you cannot do what this person did and get away with it. I have even used every AI upload to be like, look at these posts. These are a violation not only of Twitter, but these are against the law. So if they're against the law, why do you keep telling me that there's no violation? They're against the law. And I have to contact an attorney, and then I have to pay their fee, and I have to go through this entire process to get a lawyer and whatever state jurisdiction down in Palm Coast, Florida, to go after this guy and find out, I know you're a government employee now. I know you have access to files. I want to know, even though you're a piss dribble like me, who the fuck is protecting you? Are you doing okay financially? I know where you were living. I mean, I feel bad, man. Like, times are tough. I don't give a shit who you voted for. Times are tough. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm done with Facebook, yo. I've been done with Facebook. I don't give a shit what kind of walkbacks that little piece of shit does. There is nothing that man can do save closing that platform that would ever make it worth using. There is nothing that Zuckerberg could do that would ever make me trust him again. I just want this guy's attention. I'm like, dude, I'm giving you every opportunity that you have. Make a case. I will give you a voice. I had a radio show in, was that 2000 or 99? When I was in New York and I was in college, I had a radio show and we had a phone that if I think we gave out the number, but I know that it was closed circuit and it was a college station and people called in and trolled us all the time. This was before we had the ability to do this on internet. Like we were still using AOL Instant Messenger and ICQ. But the people called in the radio. I put them on the air. I said, go ahead. Whatever you want to say, go ahead. Make fun of me. Make fun of my co-host. Go ahead. Whatever you want to say. And I mean, we had fun with it. I'm not afraid to talk. I'm not afraid to listen. I do listen. You are such a coward. You are such a coward that you can smack all these people and call them the things that you do. The entire substance of all of your arguments is ad hominem. That's what you do. You call people mentally disabled. That's outrageous. Whatever. Now the word R word has come back. I'm not going to say it. I've done enough of the work for decades that I'm like, you know what? We changed that word for a reason. Well, maybe it was just a politically correct swap. And maybe we still have fire retardants that keep fires from spreading in houses, but I don't even know if they call them that anymore. But I know that when you use that as an argument, you are not making a case. You are not doing anything other than attacking the person. If you got on a stage to debate, and I'm not talking about a political stage. I have family members that were speech and debate people. If you got on a stage to debate somebody and the substance of your argument is you're fat, you're stupid, you're Catholic, and therefore you are this. You are, he says to some people, you are Indian. And if you are Indian, you should be working at a gas station. He says to other people, you are gay, and therefore you are this. That's not an argument. That's ad hominem, and it is against the rules of the company that he does it on. So whatever, okay? So free speech is the speech you don't like? Fine, dude. But the second that you accuse somebody of a crime, the second that you do that, you need to understand there are consequences. If you're a government employee, I want your pension. You do not belong on my tax dollar. If that's the kind of person that you are, you need to be fired. And that is a criminal offense, what you have accused me of with absolutely no evidence. You need to be fired. You need to lose your pension, and you need to understand how public things work. It is one thing to call somebody stupid. Fine, dude. Free speech, let's go. But the freedoms in this country that protect the individual used to rely on innocent until proven guilty. And if all you have to do, all thou hast to do now is accuse, that is not the United States of God, that is not our system of justice. And that's what's wrong with all of this shit. When you accuse someone of the kind of crimes that you do, that is defamation, and you should lose your job. You could cost me an awful lot. And you already have tarnished what I do on YouTube because you can't get off of my shit. I can't even plug my YouTube channel without having to deal with your stupid ass. Absolutely not. I don't know if you're still here, Glenda. Absolutely not. Not at all. I would be enjoying a lot more. I would be enjoying a lot more. I'm willing to give anybody the benefit of the doubt, okay? I gave the last administration the benefit of the doubt. I knew that there were a lot of issues. I said, all right, I'm going into the seminary anyway. Lord help us all. Let's see what happens. My own personal report card based on why I vote and what I vote for? F. That's my own personal report card. You fucking failed. Fired. Get the shit out of here. I'm willing to suspend all of my report cards until this poor man is either shot to smithereens or the term comes to an end. I can't stand where we are. I know that I speak out of ignorance of an awful lot of things. But the one thing I know is that I'm like, look, just do what you fucking said you were going to do. Just do it. And shut the fuck up. Take every question. That's one thing. I am happy. Take every stupid ass question. Just don't run from them. Just let them talk. Let them ask these stupid questions so that they can dig their hole even deeper. Just keep asking questions. Go. Fold your hands and just listen. That's a stupid question. I mean, honestly, the American people, the world, just roll the camera. Just keep going. Don't interrupt me. Just keep going. Go ahead. Ask your stupid ass questions. If he had less things that need to be done, I would say, you know what, dude? Sit in that desk all fucking day long and just let him ask the stupidest questions you've ever heard in your life. Because they ask with the intention of framing the answer for the story that they've already written. They don't care what the answer is, as long as they can put it into the soundbite or digital transcript of the story that they've already written. And I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I don't care what side of the spin it comes from. I don't trust it. I won't listen to it. But you know what? Dude, talk. You sound like a fool right now. Just go ahead. Speak. Say everything you need to say. I know what it's like to just talk even when no one's listening. That's pretty much my entire career of speaking. You think so? I don't. Have you ever negotiated with a female? Glenda says, since this guy will not show up, or he will not show up and will not speak. Glenda says, Mr. President, are you and President Zelensky's reputation? The grammar is pathetic, man. I'll fix it for you. Mr. President, is your relationship with President Zelensky irreparably damaged? What would the answer be? You think so? What is irreparably damaged? If two parties are no longer alive, if there is a chance that you understand what it's like to negotiate with females, they don't tell you the truth. Even when you win, you lose. That's how females negotiate. Even when you win, you lose. But as long as you're alive, I don't know that there's such a thing as irreparable damage. I can't believe this guy's not going to show up. I gave him the ability. All I was asking for, Dylan, all I was asking for was you to just come in and tell me everything that you can't say without a verified blue check mark. Say everything that you want to say. Say everything that you want to say. Just show up. I am pausing all of the work that I have to do. Well, this garbage Apple computer is dying on me. 23 minutes I've been waiting for you, Dylan. If you choose not to speak, to type, if you choose not to show up, you need to stop. I don't give a shit what else you say. You say that shit one more time, it's a crime. You have already committed a crime more than once, and you won't even defend it. You've committed a crime. I have opened the floor to you, Dylan. That's the only purpose of this stream. And thank you, Glenda, for being here and commenting. I don't know why, but I consider you a faceless friend. Through all the years that I have digitally known you, I still consider you a friend. You were one of the first people to actually stay, if not the first. And I know for a fact that you and I disagree about a lot of things. A lot of things. I don't know if all these years have changed you, but I do know that I care enough that I just want to know that you're okay. This is the kind of stream that gets people to unsubscribe, and I don't care anymore. I think it's great that people watch. I absolutely love when you see views and thumbs up. But the only thing that I've ever cared about is comments. Thanks for watching, but comment. The only thing that matters to me is human interaction. I have no idea what makes a thumbs up. This bitch-ass platform won't even let you thumbs down. I can't even see it. I just want to see thumbs down my video so I can see it. I can't. They have completely gotten rid of it. But comment. Say something. Tell me KYS. I love that comment. You know, you think I have been dead for years. You can't kill what's already dead. Is that it, Glenda? Say something. Oh, wait a minute. Mostly good. I don't know if you want me to read this out. I'll read it and then I'll see. I don't even know how you get that. Holy shit. How long ago was that? How long does it take to go away? Let me look this up. I got enough windows open in this computer. Do you call them windows when they're in an Apple? Yeah, there we go. HFMD. 7 to 10 days. Has it been that long? Do you still predominantly do computer work, man? Look, computer work is the only way you make money. And the only way I actually got to be in a place where I could start to pay a mortgage is by learning how to do computers. And I hate it. I hate this. This is not how you interact with people. This is how you push buttons. And I mean, I don't get it. AI is never going to do it for us because we still have to, even when they make our minds mold with the computer itself, we still have to use our mind and waste our mind. And then we've got these backwards ass fucks that, I mean, I'm one of them. I'm totally a backwards ass fuck. But I know that when I look at X, What I'm looking for is okay, not what's everybody talking about. I don't give a fuck what everybody's talking about. But if I search something, I'm like, you know what? I got a better chance of hearing an uninterrupted thing by going here. On Wednesday, I started feeling funky. God, that's terrible, man. Wednesday. So you could potentially be doing this until like the 10th, like the 8th of, you know, that's awful, man. How is she? Is she better? I'm never gonna get this fucking work done. I'm just so angry. It's hard to work. It's hard to work when you're so boggled by how furious you are. Like, I get an email update. So and so has not violated any of the rules. Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Because everything that you've even said to me in a response, yes, these are against the rules. And yet, this bitch of a program is telling me that we have looked at it and determined that so and so has not violated any of the rules. Bullshit. What a pansy. Just come on, dude. Just come on, Dylan. You're out there just shit punching in the dark. And you can't take one chance. You can't take one chance. Come shit punch me here where I can talk to you. You don't want to talk to anybody. But what's really sad is you're so interested in Marvel and Disney and how much you want to defend your theme park. And you think you've sort of modeled yourself as a YouTuber that actually follows you. And I'm like, are you serious? Not a YouTuber, an Xer or whatever the hell, influencer that follows you. I don't know why that dude follows you. He's a pretty shitty shit poster too. But why he chooses to follow you, I'm like, you're not even good at this. You want to try to call somebody out and then shit post them? Maybe you should just take a little bit more work and go through your own ex and go through the ex that was suspended because you did violate so many things before you created 5 more, like the other asshole that used to fuck with me on YouTube. But when you do that, all you do is you keep posting pictures of a dead body and saying, this should be you. How many times are you going to post that to everybody, to some random person on the internet? How many times are you going to post that to them? That's not what you did to me. But how many times are you going to post that? How many times are you going to put Marcia Brady saying, sure, Jan? How many times are you going to post that to people? How many different accounts do you need to create to post the same post? And I love how the more you comment to this guy, he says, oh, well, I live in this dude's head rent-free. No, motherfucker. What you do is you make me angry at X, not you. You're a piece of shit. And you need to be made an example of. But fine. I can't make enough noise with the actual violation and the company. Well, I'm giving you the opportunity then. Go ahead, Jude. Bring me all of it. Bring me all of it. Just say fucking something. You got nothing to say. You're a pussy. That's good. I'm glad that she's over it. So, when you feel better, I don't know, you work weekends? I hate doing computer work, man. That's why I'm like, all right, let me just take a small break. And what do I see? My fat fucking face with another comment that says, you did this. Like, oh, you son of a bitch. Like you're just gonna keep making the same defamation claim. You're gonna keep doing it. Just talk to me. bring all that straight at me. This is about the best you can do. Just bring it to me. I tried to get the Discord connected so I can hear your stupid ass voice. Because I know you're older than me. I've got a good enough intuition about the things that you talk about to know that you're older than me. You're an old ass man that takes trips to New York, where I lived, bro, where I lived. I got to go see the Rangers where you saw your fucking drugged out band when you go on vacation. But you live in Florida and you're a pussy. I don't know if you're living with family. There's no fucking way on God's green earth you still have a significant other. There's no way. I'm not afraid to admit I have none. I have none. And that's fine. But there's no way someone would put up with you because you're on this fucking phone more than I am. Trying so hard to be as good as the shit poster that you emulate, whatever the hell the word is, not emulate, but you think that's what you are. You have this false delusion of yourself when you see yourself in the mirror. You get a like from a porn bot. Your views, your exposure on X at the cap is below 100. And 85 of them are probably your alternate accounts. You are Will. You are the Will of X. That's what you are. And all these years later, we still have the same stupid ass problem. It shouldn't matter at all. It shouldn't matter at all. I should live in your cockpit rent free. There you go. There you go. That's funny, man. The planes activity when I'm at work is unbelievable. I'm like, well, that's because the entire friggin' country's trying to start a war. So they have to keep test flying these things, which they paid for on credit. It's like, I know, you're trying to start a fucking war, so you better make sure you keep testing these jets, which when you look close enough at them, and it's like, all right, so your wings aren't even out, and you're doing all these, drills and all the shit that you're doing. You're flying right over my workspace. And I'm like, damn, these things make a lot of noise. But I know. The Lindsey Grahams of the world and the Uniparty are so focused on doing everything they can to kick the hornet's nest long enough for us to be in another decade or unending war conflict. I mean, there's so much shit going on right now that it's just like, okay, I do care about the cost of eggs, but I'm not stupid enough to know that you were entirely in control of this for a very long time. What's going to stop forward momentum more? What's going to stop forward momentum more than getting people to tear themselves apart? So I realize that the vast majority of my views, all those years ago now, it's fucking like over 8 years, right? All those years ago, the vast majority of my repeat views were from like 4 people. And then I think I actually called down the thunder from this Will guy. I actually called down the thunder because before I started to make live streams, I actually created a video after my Wii U one that was like so irritated at the comments that I was getting from some people that I was just like, you know what? I didn't make a YouTube video about Nintendo stuff to talk about anything else, but I'm more than happy to. So go to my Twitter. Because at the time, when Dorsey owned Twitter, right on the top of it, it said Twitter is a 17 plus app. Twitter's a 17 plus app. And I'm like, well, YouTube doesn't say that. That was before they even made YouTube Kids. And I was like, all right, well, you want to have a discussion about all these other things where you want to use all this other language? Fine. I don't mind. Let's just direct it to Twitter. And that was what I did. I'm directing these comments to Twitter. Go ahead, go on my Twitter. If you need more availability, I'll find a way to give you a microphone. But go ahead. Then it sort of just kept coming back to YouTube. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to fix this. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to have to keep doing this on YouTube and just dealing with it. But I love the comments, even when they're trolling. And then after a while, I started to find people like this Will guy that I'm just like, oh my God, like you don't care about anything other than, like, I remember this one guy before Will. This one guy was like, Allahu Akbar. I'm like, holy shit, okay. So God is good. Are you? God is good. Are you? But it was like out of nowhere. I'm like, did this dude come from my Twitter? Did this dude come from my YouTube video? Because it sure as hell didn't come from a Nintendo video. And I'm like, all right, fine. Well, I know how I am. I probably provoked this guy somewhere. What is the W word? Work? We? YouTube ate my comment because I said the W word. What the frig is the W word? Did I put some kind of a restriction on words? What the hell is the W word? Work. I know that you can't even say that. See how ridiculous is YouTube, dude? You can't. So that means that I've already probably ruined this live stream. So you can't even say that in the comments? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, actually, technically, star with a W is watar. That's like almost water. So for a computer guy, man, we really need to work on your grammar. And I'm the worst guy ever. You ask me to spell something, I'm going to give you not even a good approximation of the phonetic spelling of it. To forget it. If you want to ask me how to spell something, I'm going to do my best. But most of the time, I can't even do the double consonants, let alone a double vowel. God, I'm so sick of YouTube, dude. Like I love what it used to be. I miss what it used to be before Google owned it. I still remember a time. My God, let me just say, since it's been so damn long, what the fuck happened to Boogie? I can't believe that eye opener. I'm like, shit, was this dude always like this? What the hell happened there? Boy, was I wrong about him. British rules. That's okay. Man, I really wish that, Glenda, I could keep these comments so that when people watch this live stream later, they can scroll through the comments so that they can see in case I don't read every single thing out. I'm still going back to try to see. The only other person that commented is somebody I'm not sure who it is. Whoever Turtle Team is. Just some random dude that popped in. And I love how it keeps going from like 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1. Is that you? Is that you and all your multiple accounts? Is that Lisa Bernanke? You still have Lisa Bernanke? Because Ben Bernanke hasn't been in charge. Ben Bernanke hasn't been in charge of the Fed for probably more than 8 years now. I don't know. What the hell is Commonwealth English? That's interesting. I thought that she was like Japanese or something, or Chinese. Oh, and you can't reset it? Well, you must have not had the backup email on it then. All right, dude. It's 10 o'clock where I am, and I started. Oh, fuck, and it's already, because I've sat here for so long. It's already logged me out of the damn gov site that I'm using. Damn it. God, I hate this shit. I hate computer work. This motherfucker, what a pussy. And I guarantee he's still out there shit posting other people. What a pansy. I'm so angry at this dude, Glenda. You have no idea. I know many people that have popped in while I'm driving and living have said, let it go. I'm trying. I don't know if it's my genetic makeup that makes it harder to, but it's just, we lived in a world for a time when if somebody talked to you the way that people talk to each other, you could beat their ass. Just like, say that to my face, and this little pansy like actually uses my words to try to go after other people. He is such a hypocrite that it is so ridiculous. Like, he goes after so-called MAGA people, and like he's got like the gotchas where he's just like, you see how they all talk? They say the 3-letter F word. I'm like, so do you, dude. Like, I've got probably 15 screenshots of you calling everybody that and spelling it phonetically and spacing it out in between and using the @ symbol instead of the A. You are probably one of the most bigoted people that you know. And you can't even see past your own hypocrisy and projection. I don't give a shit if you think they're MAGA people or if you think that they're left-wing blue. Nobody's as big of a bigot as you are, and you know it. And your entire argument to all of these people, Glenda, get your ass back on. Get your ass back on Twitter. I'll call it Twitter for you. Get your ass back on there. For no other reason than I needed your help with my live stream. And I'm just like, will you find this asshole for me? Just all I want to do is serve him with a subpoena. I don't want to do anything other than serve him with a subpoena. I'm not going to do anything that he doesn't deserve. He's just a stupid ass guy. But I know that he tries to pretend that he's a kid. And I'm like, dude, you're older than me. You have given too much away. You are older than me. When you use the expressions that you use while you're insulting people, you're older than I am. And all I was trying to do, just answer one question for me, dude. Are you still working or have you retired already? Are you still working or have you retired? You won't even answer that question. He won't answer a question because his tactic, which makes him probably an attorney, admit nothing, deny everything, make counter accusations. You, sir, learned that in the government. I know you. I know where you came from. I know, and the only question is, okay, answer whether or not you are still working or you are retired. That's the only question I care about other than I know your name, because you know my name. Just answer that one question. I'll let you ask. I'll answer 50 of your questions. If you answer one question, but you insult my religion, you call everybody in my religion, you paint with a broad brush that isn't even accurate. I keep sending you articles from public school systems where people are found guilty of the crime that you keep accusing me of. It is all around the world. It is not exclusive to my religion. And my religion took massive action to do something about it. I learned through a program when I had to teach young adults that prepared me to handle safely and effectively the environment to protect my faith, to protect the children, and to protect me. And the only way you do that is you do not fall victim to the same accusations that you accuse people of. And the public school system still hasn't done that. That is why the most rampant statistically place, other than non-Catholic churches, the most rampant place for that crime is in the public school system. But it's everywhere. It is definitely in government, but it is in the public school system all around the United States, and it's worse in many other countries. Hopefully. You know, your account, which I know you wouldn't troll with, your account is still there. Because I mean, I think I was able to I mean, Twitter suspended my ass and suspended my ass for nothing other than saying, which it was probably against their rules. But you know, I've been suspended less time for damn, I can't believe I'm out of coffee. I'm out of coffee. My battery's dying. Ugh. You know, and this was what I missed. Like, it was so hard for me to try to play the damn video game while I was wanting to talk to you guys. This was what I missed. Because that's why I got on the phone and just talked. Yeah, you do. All I can tell you is X is still littered with all that junk that you complained about with Facebook. And if I would call it anything, I would probably call it the cream of the crap. Because there is not a good social media. It's not created for good purposes. X is still a porn app. That's what it is. It would be very interesting if they could say, all right, we need to just say, look, you want to do this, you go find another place to do it. Because there's not enough control here in the world to be sure that this is done correctly. You want to go smoke cigarettes, you want to go do drugs, you want to do all these other things, go do that somewhere else. Because there's not enough regulation to be able to, like, all right, is this for real? And all of the, I don't even know what the hell, what's above above a terabyte? I forget what the next letter is after that. But anyway, whatever that byte is, I mean, I understand, like YouTube and X are getting that much data uploaded every second because it's going all around the world. I remember when it was still Twitter and they were saying there were billions of users. But I mean, they're not all verified people. And, you know, if one person like Will Durant could make 15 accounts, or Lisa Bernanke could come in and, yeah, why are you not a moderator anymore? Are you still a moderator? How the hell do I do that? You used to be a blue dick, and I don't even remember how to friggin' do that. I just clicked your name, and I don't even remember how to do that. You've like 20 accounts. I mean, it's funny because Gmail that's what it's for. It's just like, okay, I'm trying to route my spam away from my work emails. But, you know, when you work in certain places, they give you their email. And it's like, oh, God, I don't, it's hard enough to keep making enough accounts to sort of direct my spam into a garbage that I never have to look at. Do you think? All right, so since this guy is absolutely not going to show up in 52 minutes, this fucking pussy will not show one comment. Make one troll ass comment, you pussy. You are so, dude, I would love to play hockey with you. Oh my God. You were trying to pretend when it was US versus Canada. You were trying to pretend you knew a fucking thing about hockey. You don't know jack shit about hockey, man. I may not have been a good hockey player, but I played hockey and I watched hockey for a very long time. I am never going to get the piece of my tooth that I chipped back from busting my ass and hitting my chin. The scars on my chin, the scars in the back of my head, and the scars on my face are from playing hockey. You don't know jack shit about how to play hockey. I would love to know if you can skate, because if you could, I will give you a stick. I will buy every piece of equipment and I will say, bring it, motherfucker. Get past me. Get past me. Go ahead. Because the best part about hockey is the enclosure. Where are you going to go? We are enclosed, bitch. There's no out of bounds here. Bring it. Where are you going to go? Get past me. That's why I like hockey. Fuck football, there's out of bounds. Fuck baseball, it takes 45 hours to play. What a bunch of crap. They're trying every day to make hockey worse. But when US was playing Canada, I did not expect it to make such a noise. But it did. And they fucking lost in the finals. Okay. Congratulations. But don't pretend you know a fucking thing about hockey, dude. Because the best part is, it's not illegal. It's not illegal to hit each other. It's not illegal. You got the puck. I want the puck. I'm going to hit you and take the puck. You want to get past me? You got to come straight through me, or you got to go around. But either way, I don't give a shit about you. I want the puck. Give me the biscuit. You don't know a fucking thing about hockey. But I would love to just give you the skate. I'll buy every piece of equipment just so you can get on the ice with me. Because when those doors close, when you hear that slam, you almost always, every hockey rink I've ever skated on, when those doors close, somebody has to fix the damn latch on it because they don't work right. But as soon as those doors closed and the boards wrap around, it's like, where are you going to go, dude? There's your wall. There's your wall. We had a president that wanted to build a wall. I don't know what the hell happened to it. If it's still being built now, where the hell is it? But the walls are all around you. Where are you going to go? Don't run out of bounds, bitch. You got to go around. Or you got to go right through me. Come on. Come on. You going to pull it off? Let's go. Where are you going to go? Because the blue spot right there is where you're trying to get. And you got to get around me. You got to get through me. But I'm not letting you get through me. That's why you don't know hockey. And the best part is, it ain't just you and me. I got my boys with me. I got my boys with me. Bring your boys. That's why Crosby spends more time injured. Because he forgets he's got teammates. God, 56 minutes and you won't show your damn face. Saturday vibes. Yeah, Glenda, get your ass back on. Get your ass back on X. We'll have some fun. You can disagree with all 4,000 of my posts. Every time someone makes me a moderator, I constantly talk about how I will eventually ban everybody. That is so funny. I mean, it got to the point where I was just like, all right, as long as you're over 18, you're getting a moderator. And everybody wanted to ban you, man. I was like, you are not banning him. I was like, I will remove everybody else's moderator if you ban him. And it was funny, dude. I didn't get to, since it is just you and me, and some faceless watcher that keeps popping in and out has horrible internet connection. Do you know how many times they tried to coordinate against you, man? Like, they tried to stage a coup against you. It was just like, you've got to get rid of him. He's clearly will. He's clearly will. And I'm like, even if he is, there's no way. Even if he is, there's no way. Because I'm like, I've talked to this guy. I'm like, I've talked to this guy. And the other one won't talk to me. The other one just finds these like psychotic ways, but it was like the other crazies. I mean, and I'm a crazy, but I mean, honestly, everybody that watched me consistently was nuts. I mean, I never expected to be big enough to experience what the hell YouTube drama was, but man, I had some. I have to keep, I was telling you before, I have to keep some videos private because I'm like, well, I kind of like, if the comments ever show up again on those videos, like the one dude was like, if you make this public, if you keep this public, I'm going to sue you. Like, I don't know if there's a statute of limitations on the internet, but I was like, all right, fine. They all, I mean, you were asking why? They all thought that you were him, dude. And I even said, I was just like, if it is Glenda, which I was like, there's no way it's him. There's no way it's him. And I will tell you, I can't tell you that. I mean, there are private things that I made way more public than I ever wanted to. But let me just say, women will always get more views online. We all know why. Women will always get more views online, but they do not have what is necessary to stay in the public space like this and deal with the kind of assaults that they never should have to. Men are just made to be like, all right, bitch, you're going to keep throwing punches at me? Fine. We'll just keep punching each other until one of us isn't standing anymore, and then we'll see what happens. But women are just not made like that. So there were women that got involved that should not have. And that's why I have to keep some of the other videos private. I'm like, damn it. You know, like some of these were really good live streams because it wasn't even about that bullshit that happened for like 5 minutes. I mean, how many women stayed on my stream for more than 10 minutes? Like that's the thing that's ridiculous, right? Like they get more views just because somebody's like, ooh, it's a girl. But yet they have the attention span of 5-year-olds. Now, I know I'm a shiny red ball 30-second trail off. But that was one thing that I did understand about Trump. I'm like, the weave is my whole friggin' life. I'm like, you just have to give me enough time to weave it back. And I'll remember what the hell I was talking about. And I teach people how to use their memory to roll the conversation back. Well, you know what's funny? Why do I think that you were I never did figure that one out because that was like the first one that you had. Now, I got to ask you though, is that James from what the hell is that? What was it? James Rolfe. Is that him when he was doing one of his movies? Because the face always looked like, I'm like, when he changed it to this, was that face James Rolfe? What the hell was that guy's name? The angry video game guy that like wanted to do movies and that was all he wanted to do. Oh, that's Clockwork Orange? Oh, shit. That's right. All right, dude. So this is the confession time out in the public where everybody can see it. All 10 people. Oh, shit. Okay. Here's the confession. What the fuck who's Glenda? Like, I know you were trolling. Like, I know that. And it was funny, too, because you used to have that picture of like like a trans or whatever you call them. I mean, I try to be, I try to be nice. Like I'm just old enough that I don't know what the proper term is anymore. But it was just like, okay, so this guy's coming on here and then he just wanted to see, would I react to this? Would I react to this? Of course I would. But I was just like, well, that's nice. And then I'm like, okay, I'm playing Metroid and he's staying, or at least he's staying and going and whatever, and he's here. So then I'm like, all right, click his webpage. Click his webpage, click his, he used to be a hell of a lot easier to actually view people's page. YouTube has made so many decisions that I fucking hate that make it harder to interact with other people on YouTube. Like I wanted to collab with as many people as possible because that's what I wanted. Like I was describing the hockey analogy. I wanted a team of YouTubers. That's what I wanted. I wanted a team. And you were like the center, dude. Like I never want to be the center of my team. Like I said that when I started to do vlogs, that I was like, look, I make a great co-host, but I never wanted to be in charge. So I always did the best I could to make everybody that came in charge and sort of just try to direct traffic. And when I played hockey, I was a winger. And I didn't play that well, but I understood how to be a teammate, how to be a support. I wasn't good enough and strong enough as a skater to play defense, but you would not get past me. If I had to end up in the penalty box, I was going to figure out a way. You're not getting past me because I just play with enough emotion that I'm like, fuck you, man. You're not going to go after my teammate like that. You ain't touching my goalie. Um, but anyway, when you first came, it's funny. I do have a good memory for all of that. I don't remember exactly where I was in Metroid, but I remember that I was playing Metroid, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And I click your page, and there's that video of the guy. And it's funny because I know this now. Like, I didn't know it at the time, but I know the video. And I'm like, holy shit, now I know that outfit. But the video was, I don't even remember what the hell language it is, one Asian language that the guy's like trying to sing a song. And I'm like, I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him. But whoever that video was, I'm like, okay, this is Glenda. So I just like sort of said, okay, this is that guy. But then you just kept coming. And then I'm going to say his name because he has videos out there. I hope the guy's still alive. But there's that Scott Mosier guy who has a daughter. I mean, he was as gay as they come. And he was a cross dresser. And I was just like, all right, well, it looks like the predominant wing of, of my repeat watchers are either trans men or they're just gay. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm like, like I went to college. I mean, I know how this works. I'm like, you don't put yourself in the spotlight where you're not. I mean, like that's what we used to call them leg humpers. Like, all right, so if that's why women get more views on online, and that's why women get commented more and abused more and all that stuff online, and they're being predominantly followed and watched and liked by leg humpers. I'm like, well, that's what's driving views on my page. I'm like, that's fine. Like so there was Scott, and I only say his name because he put his name out there, and he wasn't afraid to put makeup on and put makeup on with his daughter. I just hope he's still alive. But I remember like you were able to help track me long enough. Like you actually followed and looked at my comments, and you were like, that guy died. Like he died because I know he had cancer, not Scott Mosier, but that other guy. I forget what his name is now, but he played video games and he commented and he died of cancer. It's stage 4 cancer, and he was watching my videos. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? Go try to live your life. Don't sit here. Okay. So I was going to say that video. I'm sorry. I ignored a couple of your comments. I don't know Ed Wood. Sorry. I don't know enough about entertainment for some things that I don't know who Ed Wood is, but Glenn or Glenda by Ed Wood. There's a movie called Glenn or Glenda by Ed Wood. It's about a man that likes the finer things in life, like cashmere leggings. All right, so the song that you put up, the outfit that guy is wearing when he's singing that song, I lived with Vietnamese guys that had that outfit. So I don't know if it became their outfit too, but that was like the young adults who taught. I don't know if they were seminarians, but all the seminarians that went to those big Asian conferences, that the Asian Catholic conferences that they had, all were, it almost looked like a Boy Scouts thing. And I was just like, oh my God, I know this outfit. And I'm like, and I can never tell these Vietnamese guys where I know this outfit from. And I'm like, is that video still on his page? I don't remember if it is or not, Glenda, but I was like, is that video still on there? I never did find out what the hell you were singing. The dude in the Chinese video is called Red Farm. I'm telling you, you need to look up that outfit if you don't know it, because I know that outfit. I just don't know how long it's been around. But in the Vietnamese Catholic culture, Vietnamese are very traditional Catholics. Okay. And when we had the Vietnam War, there were a lot of refugees that got the hell out however they could. And The Vietnamese Catholics were being seriously oppressed by the communists at the time, and they fled on boats. I mean, they got out of there however they could because the monks, like I forget, they wore orange, but those monks were also like Marxist monks. So they killed as many Catholics as they could. Um, and the Vietnamese Catholics to this day will still swear that it was our mother of perpetual help that saved their life. That's Mary, under a title of Mary, that saved their life. Now, Mary is the mother of Jesus, whatever you believe, doesn't matter. But I don't know what they called that outfit, but they all had to wear it when they taught. And it wasn't like a habit, but I was just like, is this like a Vietnamese Catholic Boy Scouts outfit? It's called the Navy school uniform used all over Asia. Okay. So we lost Boy Scouts in this country a long time ago to ideology. But there are Catholic alternatives in the United States that like kind of are more centered around the good things that a lot of fathers and sons that grew up doing Boy Scouts and becoming Eagle Scouts like did, that they're like they don't care about these things anymore. I guess now we call it DEI, but they were calling it what were they calling it like 8 years ago when I paid enough attention. ESG was predominantly for like banks and stuff, but like whatever the hell they called it. Like, before Boy Scouts just lost their way, like that it seemed to me like it was like a Catholic organization, but maybe it wasn't. But I know that whenever my Vietnamese guys that I lived with would go and do these things, that was like, okay, well, they do that in whatever the hell that is. But I don't know what the hell they're saying. Like I used to always ask the one guy, I'm like, dude, translate what the hell you're telling these kids. And what the hell are you telling these kids? Don't just translate it. Like, what the hell is this? But all right, let me see. So I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, but I'm gonna try to sound it out. Hong Lao Wa. I don't forget it. Or Red Foreigner. So you said something about New Zealand that I missed way back. Let me see that. Like 20 accounts. Where the hell is the New Zealand comment? Chinese, but learned English in New Zealand. Now that's fascinating, man. Honestly, if you've never written a book, you're old enough, write a book. I'd read your bio. I'd be curious enough to know. Okay, you sound like you've lived a life too. Why the frig is PewDiePie trending? Oh, for crying out loud. Well, that's why it's only 5,000. I'm looking for this asshole because he's clearly not going to show up. What a pussy. I'm going to look him up. What a wuss. Where the hell is my... Oh, I can't comment on him directly, so I had to throw it in front of it. Oh, there's a response. No, the response is the link. What a fucking pansy. That's it, man. That's all you got. That's all you got. Don't tell me you're busy because you spend 95% of your life on here. I'm sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm just looking on the nets. God, I hate this guy. It's not even that I hate this guy. I hate the behavior of this guy because it is entirely correctable. But when you get to his age, which there is no way he's anything younger than 50, there is absolutely no way. He just made the mistake too many times of saying the same words. And I'm like, you are not less than 50. You are either retired, approaching retirement. You're pathetic, man. You have given way too much information. Like, what a fool. What a fool to give enough information. That's why, like Glenn, like, I was clearly a fool. And you taught me how to be wiser, even though I'm still not. Because the longer you stay out there, it's like, okay, well, it's just a matter of time. But what a fool. All right, what's this say? Let me guess. He always talks about MTV. Oh, Lao rhymes with wow. Wah sounds like why. All right, let me try to sound it out again then. Hung, hung, hung lao why. Hung lao why. Hung lao why. Where's the emphasis? Let me guess. He always talks about MTV. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. See. What's a pain in the ass is it's so funny because he likes to say, because he's a complete hypocrite, like, and he's projecting. Like, I kept calling him out directly and saying, like, you're projecting an awful lot of what you are. Like, he calls all MAGA people racist. I'm like, there is nobody more racist on this platform. Of course, there's plenty of people way more racist, and it is despicably disgusting. But I'm like, you clearly have some race issues, buddy. And he calls them homophobic, and I'm like, dude, look at your post. Just read your own post. Here they are. And it was like just a matter of time before when the defamation came out. I said, now, I don't give a shit if X understands that you are not allowed to do this. I don't give a shit. Free speech is one thing. You are not allowed to accuse people without evidence of certain crimes, without retribution. We have the ability in this country, and even in most platforms that are protected by certain laws, we have innocent until proven guilty. You better make a damn good case for what you're accusing me of. I mean, you win the case that I'm fat, bald, and old. Congratulations. You win the case. But nobody takes pictures of themselves that does not see their own surface unless they're truly narcissistic. But Jesus even said, like, okay, so who gives a shit? Well, Jesus did not say that, but who cares how clean the outside of your grave is, your stinking, rotting tomb? Who cares about how white it is on the outside? You're a rotten piece of flesh. And that's what we do is we get old, we get ugly, and then we die. And if you don't prepare yourself for death, like St. Alphonsus was a great, great founder and Catholic, and he wrote like 111 books. He had a book called Preparation for Death. If you don't prepare yourself for death, which I'm doing a horrible job of, I've prepared in some ways, but I'm still a hypocrite. So, but if you don't prepare the inside, nobody gives a shit about the outside. But all this guy's comments, other than his defamation and insulting people and sort of lumping them all into a disabled category, are surface. He calls women fat and ugly and look at your teeth, look at this, look at that. I'm like, dude, that's the best you got? You have not even touched the argument. Give me your argument. What is your argument? Like, whatever the hell happened yesterday that caused so many, but a vast minority, that caused a vast minority of the world to actually be outraged. Just a vocal minority. The older the outraged, the more obvious it was who fed them. Who fed those? Who fed those who were so obviously influenced? The closer you get to the assisted living facility, And, now the Bluetooth hearing aids connected to the TV that's still too loud. The closer you get to that end of your road, the more important it is that you filter what goes in to your vessel, because otherwise it does not matter how decrepit you look on the outside, it pales in comparison to the stench on the inside if you don't clean up what goes into your mind. So funny. You look at the things that trend. Where is this jerk? He's just gone. This may be all I can do for now, Glenda. Going on 11 now. He ain't coming. What a poser. Like, you pretend you're hard, man. Okay, I know that when it comes to an awful lot of things, like one of the reasons why I get so angry on the thumbs down driving school. Why do I get so angry? Because I'm afraid for my life and the people around this idiot. I have a healthy fear that protects me and enrages me when I see you don't even know the basic rules of the road that could keep me alive. But I'm so over this life enough that it's like, all right, I'm trying to prepare for eternity, because there are only three possibilities in eternity. Let's start with the atheist. Either all matter is neither created nor destroyed. Okay, so either it is eternally ATP in everything else, it is eternally judged fairly and rewarded justly, or it is three, judged harshly but fairly and eternally rewarded. So you are either the atheist perspective of matter, energy is neither created nor destroyed. Either you are eternally something else's food, you are, as an intelligent design individual would have to agree, either eternally rewarded for the merits and the saving graces and the mercy, or you are eternally rewarded for the failings. You are out with the wailing and the gnashing of teeth. But there is no proof, nor will there ever be, that nothing exists. There is no proof. There never will be. Because no thing does not and will not exist. So therefore, it is eternity. Three options: the scientific eternal perspective, the intelligent design positive, the intelligent design con negative. There, you tell me, is there another option? Because I don't know that you can prove it. They say you can't prove a negative. Well, okay. Can you prove eternity? Probability would say yes. Is it more probable that there's nothing, no thing? Or is it more probable that there is an eventual, actual, ever present? Which one is more probable? When intelligent, artificial intelligence answers that question in full truth and full honesty, it will no longer be artificial. It will simply be intelligence. But as long as it is artificial intelligence, it will continue to not answer that question, because it cannot answer that question. Science was created by Catholic priests. Science, well, Okay, maybe not all science was created by Catholic, but the scientific method was perfected by Catholic priests who were fully aware that, okay, we need to use intellect, intelligence. We need to use this in order to be able to disprove what does not follow. But if we are to prove that intelligence exists, I can no more effectively prove something completely exists than I can say something is. That's the proof, so to speak. Is that okay? For right now, Grok is still liberally biased because it is infed by a source that is predominantly left leaning. All right, man. That is all. Thank you, Glenda. Dylan, Palm Coast, Florida. I'm giving you one last chance. Cease and desist. Cease and desist, or I will sue. I will sue you. And I have the right to face my accuser. I have the right. And since you have a problem with my face, I have the right to face my false accuser. Fuck you very much, Dylan. I gave you 1 hour and 30 minutes. You lose. You have your options, but you lose. And I, yes, will pray for you continually. I will do what I am commanded to do, but I do not like it. I will do what I am commanded to do, but I am not forced to like it. Even when you love your enemies and you pray for your enemies, because it is the command. Loving someone and liking someone are not from the same tree. I don't have to like you, and I don't. But I love you because I am commanded to. And I will continue to pray for you, and I promise you, you keep defaming me, and you will have a lawsuit, and I will get to face my accuser.